Okay, good morning everybody. My name is Lawrence, but you can call me Eckel, Dr. TJ Eckelberg, of course from The Great Gatsby. Eckel for short is probably a lot easier, less of a mouthful. This is actually my debut commentary, having watched a recent international too. I was a little inspired to, you know, throw my voice out there and see if anybody would appreciate my sort of
Mousesports turn to
charisma, let's say, in the Dota scene. So I'm here. I might be a little clueless. I haven't done this before at all. I've had one practice on a game that was actually pretty bad, so I sort of scrapped it. And this is my first shot at this one, though. I haven't watched the game, of course, so I don't really know what's going to happen. I ultimately know, of course, that Mouz, and this is a prelim game, by the way, from the international, between Mouz and Absolute Legends. Mouz going 2 for 12 in the prelims, and Absolute Legends going 5 for 9, both being knocked out in the first rounds of the actual international. Mouz by eHome, who end up going 5th equal with DK, I think. And Absolute Legends being knocked out by Dara in the first stage, both in the losers bracket, of course. Dara sporting a very strong art style, who has had some claim, recently, for his Chaos Knight play. So jumping into the picks and bans, as we see Absolute Legends the first, Dartseer very standard, Dartseer Nava, obviously that's a huge combo, Vacuum, one of a few spells along with Pudge's Hook, that works during Song of the Siren, so you simply, you know, you ult, you Song of the Siren, walk in, Vacuum, then you have like an Enigma or something, you jump in and, you know, team fights over, you've won. Or of course, the Ion Shell, and very useful for offlaning, the best offlaner in the game, most would say, and the Surge, just useful for any situation. Anti-Mage ban, nah, kind of rare actually. I guess they're scared of Black's Anti-Mage. I'm not sure why, perhaps they're carrying a very heavy, perhaps they're thinking of picking the Morphling, Anti-Mage of course being a hard counter to that. But no, Lone Druid. Quickly going over the Mousesports bans, Lycan standard, Furion standard, Shen standard. Furion ban, a little old school, as in, I say old school, I mean a couple of months ago. That sort of pushing meta or farming Furion meta is a little outdated. People say there's no meta in Dota, of course, but you know, the current scene. Broodmother Rubik, standard. Rubik, of course. Decent Sable, sort of, when you land it correctly, and the spell's still invaluable against the draft. A very powerful psychological pick, of course, because when you pick Rubik first, or in this case the first 2 picks, it sort of limits what the opponent can do, or rather makes them think twice about picking big heroes like Enigma, Tidehunter, etc. But of course that can easily be countered by just simply using spells quickly after. Both Enigma and Tidehunter can do this. Enigma with the Manifest or Conversion, or Tidehunter obviously with the Anchor Smash, you know, it's quite easy. Broodmother, very strong pushing, not seen so much in the pro scene at the moment, due to being heavily countered by things like Sand King and ganks from Enchantress, so I don't know how this is going to go. I'm not sure who's going to be playing the Broodmother. I expect Sing Sing on the Rubik, Black on the Morphling now, we see. Morphling of course doing superbly well in the tournament overall. By now you should know IG1 of course. But so yeah, Morphling performing great throughout the tournament. Lone Druid and Morphling being the sort of anti-mage of this tournament, as anti-mage was in the last international. Almost first pick, first ban. Of course we have Naga, Lycan, and all the other heroes now, so they end up slipping through, and we get a good game. Of course Invoker still not picked up yet. We know Sing Sing likes to think he has a good Invoker. I think he does have a good Invoker. A lot of people flame him a bit for that. But Tinker being banned out for Bambo, I guess. Yeah, there's Shrek still in the pool. Obviously Absolute Legends is going quite heavy push. Sand King, if he goes versus a Broodmother, which is obviously how they're going to try and lane it, the solo Sand King, he will try and skill some levels of Caustic Finale, which means that he can push with the team later in a 4-man, 5-man push or something. Lone Druid might, as has been quite favourable recently, solo the off lane, so Lone Druid top, solo top, Enchantress jungle, Sand King bottom. They might, no Mousesports, you know, well, I say knowing. You have no idea what they're going to do. They haven't played that much with Kuroki recently. Obviously, they came into the international very recently as the backup team, and so they're not that well prepared for this. But they showed some interesting plans, seeing as they aren't that well prepared, and teams maybe haven't researched them as much, perhaps not expecting them to even get in. So, okay, so Tidehunter band coming out. Interesting. Yeah, I can see why that's good. They're missing the two.
5 seconds.
They're missing the two supports on Mouz. Assuming they want to go down that route of the three farmers, Rubik, Broodmother, and Morphling. Absolute Legends probably require a solo mid, I'm gonna say, unless you put Lone Druid in a safe lane. There we go. Invoker picked up, so that'll be mid. I expect Shaitan to be on the Lone Druid. Bleak. I'm not really sure, but I'm not too familiar with his play. Maybe Invoker. No, okay. I'm expecting X Musica Invoker. I'm sorry, I'm not too familiar with the Absolute Legends team actually, but I heard this was a decent game, so I thought I'd cast it. Mouz is a lot more predictable. We just need 1437's hero, and I guess Kuroki's hero if Singson's going to take a Rubik. Bambo will be on the Broodmother. That'll be 1437's Venomancer.
Absolute Legends turn to pick.
Venomancer, of course, invaluable against a counter push. Well, invaluable for counter push rather. Broodmother, quite susceptible to being pushed. I might expect it would be very, very awkward, but a roaming Venomancer, sort of supporting a Broodmother, perhaps doing something similar to what Chinese teams do with Lion in the jungle with Broodmother Spiderlings, and then coming out to help defend the push if Enchantress and Lone Druid and Sand King or whatever decide to push down a Disruptor Thrall. He's done very well this tournament. Glimpse proved to be quite the imbalanced spell. Sort of like X but a lot bigger. That should be good. Well, I say good. I mean the static thing, circle thing. I can't remember what it's called. Is quite difficult to land without a slap stun. With the Sand King there, it's good. And of course, it'll trap them more for the Sand King ult. If you drop the Disruptor ult, the Thrall ult, on top of the Sand King trying to channel it, for example, even without a Blink Dagger quite early, nobody can stun him because nobody's able to use their spells. And at the moment we only have one, well, we have two sort of stuns. We have the Morphling push, but I don't think he's going to level that too much early. And the Rubik moving things. I've forgotten the names of all these. Telekinesis, there we go. So yeah, Venomancer slow will be very helpful for Morphling. Well, okay, predicting the lanes for Mouz, Rubik mid, Broodmother, solo, top versus what they hope might be a Lone Druid, I think. And then Morphling bottom, maybe a Tri-Lane bottom would be okay for Mouz to challenge the Sand King, which they might expect bottom.
Windrunner at your
Windrunner, there we go. Okay, so it may well be Kuroki. Yeah, it may well be a Windrunner mid even, because Kuroki loves to play a Windrunner mid from this is from games ages ago, KS Hints and stuff, a couple of years ago. But yeah, I mean, we'll see how we lane it. I have no real idea. Let's just put this on 3 and just hide this. I shouldn't have done it before. So yeah, okay, so we will resume the game. So yeah, pretty standard Mouz lineup. Let's see what's here. So okay, Shaitan on Lone Druid, going solo top as I might predict. X Musica, Invoker, Bleak from the Sand King. Okay, I did a little bit of research before this. I heard Bleak was a carry, a hard carry. I was thinking maybe he might. Well, I mean, they have nothing to. Maybe okay. I'm assuming Bleak will be farming this lane, trying to get a fast Blink Dagger. He went for a Stout Shield, which was a very interesting choice. Maybe expecting to be against Broodmother, as indeed he is. I think this is a big mistake by Mouz putting Bambo on this lane. I really think they should have challenged it with a Tri-Lane or something, because Bambo will have a very hard time, especially with a perhaps roaming Disruptor, getting Thunderstrike first, of course. The Sentry Wards, they fully expect Broodmother to be on the same. If the quick pause got away, technical difficulties to land tournament, bit weird, but there's key bug. Okay, Broodmother, in fact, having sentries of her own, stalling recipe, regen, but only one Armored Branch, so we'll see how it does. Lone Druid, very standard. Yeah, not much to say there. Gyarados, of course, will be roaming. My ward here. There. And the smoke for an early gank. Mouz going Quas, of course, going the Blazer attack for a fast phase boost. Quas Wex, I expect. Doesn't need so much regen if he's going this build. And should be reasonably active. No Sunstrike, of course, which is interesting considering... No Sunstrike or Forge Spirits, early Forge Spirits, which is interesting considering the pushing lineup they're going for. Disruptor fits into this a bit funny, but I guess he's simply to shut down the Morphling the Broodmother. There's Silence, of course, working wonders against Morphling's Waveform and Replicate escapes, which are normally very standard. Of course, they have the Sand King hard stun. Well, actually, sorry, they have quite a lot of stun. The Entangle will be very useful late game. We've seen some very clutch Entangles before in the Morphling versus Lone Druid lineup. Okay, so starting Horn. Mouz just going around here. Sing Sing protecting 1437, I assumed, but Sing Sing has the wards. So let's see if they place any. No. Ward here. This, of course, if you place the ward here, you see the rune and you see down here, so you can see if for some reason they go here. But this, of course, sees a bit further here, which is quite invaluable if you want to see people going through here. The bear just... Oh, wow. There we go. Almost YYF in in this pull. He seems to have pulled the creeps all the way down here with the bear, and no, unfortunately disrupted by Mouz. I don't know if they were expecting it. I'm not sure if this is terribly standard for Lone Druid. I would expect them to try and pull it through here maybe, but they seem to be waiting around here almost. But yeah, very well done by Sing Sing and 1437. He gets one range creep, but I don't think we'll be terribly happy with that. And Black, seeing this, goes full agility and should have decent farm. He's picked up the Ring of Protection, which of course means a Keeler. A really great item, quite almost underrated. I mean, it was overrated a lot at first. I mean, people got it in completely random heroes, but almost underrated, I'd say. The Basilius armor and mana regen is actually the armor in itself, and plus the damage is a lot better than a poor man's shield, for example. So you know, if you're playing a Gondar or something, it might be favourable to go Basilius rather than a poor man's shield. And of course, the Wraith Band being good. He's already finished that. He's got turned off. Yeah, okay. So they might start pushing at some point. Sing Sing playing Rubik, but not solo mid. Very interesting. He's getting some pulls off here, but I'll have to see if his farm's able to keep up. As we see in engagement mid, Cold Snap, couple of right clicks, Kuroki gets away easily with the Windman, level 1. So yeah, back to Sing Sing. He, having watched his play in the past, he seems to be reasonably aggressive. He likes to go 4-staff Blink build. He likes to go a bit crazy with his Rubik, and Sing Sing, great lad, of course, we all know him from the live streams. He has a tendency to play very aggressive, and if he gets the items, he can play very, very well, dominating the game, running around, ganking everything, killing everything, etc. If he doesn't have that much farm, which he might struggle to get here, it might be pretty difficult. Of course, he's managed to pull this camp here, which is you know, Martha Pro, I guess. And so he's getting enough farm. He's almost level 3. Mouz, 1437 level 2. Black, of course, hitting level 4. Shaitan, level 2.5. So he's got decent things to start with. If we look at, I'm unfamiliar with these hotkeys, by the way, so bear with me. Last, it denies Sand King leading the chart, as I sort of expected. Bamboo, 4 last hits. You know, could be better. But with Snoopy and the there's actually no essential here. But okay, so good luck coming with the double creeps. The Centaur dies, unfortunately, which means they only have the Sand King stun to hold him in place, but they should have enough damage if they drop a Centaur right here. They won't know he's here, of course, and they probably assume he's ran away. Although, seeing as there's no webs here, I would go for it myself, but... No, fine, they back off. Enchantress going to find another creep. The Satyr Health Aura, the regen Unholy Aura, being particularly useful when pushing, and not much else. To be honest, a nuke is pretty minimal when it comes to ganks. Glimpse Thunderstrike build, good. No kinetic field yet, which is interesting. Glimpse, of course, going to act like a sort of pseudo-stun here. They're going to stun him up, he's going to run away, glimpse him back, it's really fine. As I miss First Blood, wow, okay, I can assume Invoker ran in, Crosswex, I've done this a lot before. He might have a Tornado, Cold Snap up his sleeve, he's level 5, so just Cold, perhaps he Tornado, Cold Snap, I'm not sure. Ran a got a few right clicks off, surprised Kuroki didn't win run and just survive that. But I guess the Power Shot plus a little lucky shackle perhaps, not luck, of course it's Kuroki, may have got it. Brood Mother dies, as I expected earlier. Sentry Ward dropped, a couple of creeps came in, only a Satyr, so interesting. That probably bad play by Bamboo. I hasten to say he's a lot better than me, but still, I would have perhaps, you know, hung back here a little bit more.
Dire's bottom tower
So
is
yeah,
under attack.
let's look at the levels. 5-4, 5-5-3. Shaitan is not having a good time with this, especially considering Morphling's level 5. If we look at the farm chart, Morphling is now top. Closely led by Enchantress, of course Lolo isn't neutral, so they count for a little less. Sand King 24, he will get a decent Blink Dagger. None of this is monumental. None of this is monumental farm. Actually, this 6 minutes actually pretty impressive, to be honest. But considering how much he's protected, it could be a little higher. 1 for 1. This is not going the way of Absolute Legends. I thought this might be an interesting game, looking at the lineups and looking at how closely the teams were sort of organised before. But this, I would really consider a lane switch up. I think this is a bad. Well, I guess Mouz never plays a lot better than me. Mouz are clearly owning this. Brood Mother's doing a lot better than I expected. 10 for 0, you know, obviously pretty bad, but a lot better than Lindred. Are Mouz going to defend this? I think they should. I think they should trade top.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Mouz is a smoke. Black has a Keeler. He will have treads, I presume, soon enough. And then looking at this lineup, you know, Enchantress, Thrall, even the Invoker, although he's going Quath, so it'll be quite difficult. But perhaps Sand King
Dire's bottom tower has
might be
fallen.
quite difficult. It might be quite difficult to survive if Morphing is a shotgun ethereal stuff. But you know, they have a lot of single targets, so perhaps the Lincoln's is a bit safer. Wow, a lot of stuff in Invoker's stash. Bracer, which means he'll probably be picking up the drums of endurance. Windrunner picks up a kill top, unsurprising really. Shackle in level 2, but I'm sure for slow. I'm surprised Black didn't steal that actually, but whatever. But they're going to push now for your Keeler and the wards. Wards level 1 only. Oh, sorry, level 2. But does this show like properly what the level wards are? No, it doesn't. Okay, whatever. Wards level 2. This for a bit of harass. This for a massive slow from level 1. So yeah, Brunother gets a slightly safer lane now. With the 2 roaming, not much condolence to the fact that she'll gain a couple of times, but the other lane is doing very well. As you see, mid dropped off a lightning thing, nice bottle.
Dire's middle tower
The
is under
courier
attack.
perhaps just bringing it then. Nice courier as well, for sort of weird poison stuff. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Black goes the bottle build, or if he just goes treads and just farms his lane. Bottle allowing you to roam very effectively, and to do a trick where you sort of leave a replicate in lane, TP back to base, refill your bottle and stuff, and then just replicate back, saving 135 gold and TP or a bit of time walking. I think they're doing the right thing here, sort of harassing the bear away. People sometimes find it a bit odd to dedicate so much time to the bear, but if it's the only way he's getting last hits, and it should really be dealt with. If we're still looking at farm chart, 1 for 1, still on Shaitan. Literally ridiculous. I have no idea what Absolute Legends' plan is. I guess if they get a good Invoker, they will roam a bit, and if they get Sand King off of a Blink Dagger, perhaps they can just rely on the magical damage, and then perhaps distract them, play a bit of 4v5 Dota, whilst Shaitan perhaps even farms the jungle. I mean, he's level 4. Which comparing to, yeah, level 7 Black. So to be honest, these people could probably just dive around here with Sing Sing and stuff and go off a very, very easy ganks. I'm surprised they're not doing that more. In fact, I'm surprised they haven't pushed the tower yet. Perhaps they think they'll be safe with Palm here. Okay, mid lane, Kuroki caught out. Nice tornado into, So cool. 30 killed combo. The little glimpse back a bit on this. So Kuroki, will he escape? Lovely shackle. Split second timing. Phase boots. He should be fine, you know. Nothing coming in. We have. So yeah, very very well played by Kuroki. Perhaps a little odd use of glimpse when he's so close. And I'm sure Musica probably could have done more. I'm not sure how quickly he was invoked, but perhaps a Ghost Walk even may have slowed him down enough. And I'm surprised the Cold Snap plus Thunderstrike didn't slow him enough. But whatever. Well played, Kuroki. Kuroki, one of my favorite players personally, and I am delighted to see him in the international, despite him, of course, being knocked out very early. Big smoke from Sing Sing in 1437. Clearly, they decided the Bruno on the lane needs to be pushed a little bit. As we see, this will allow Lone Druid a little bit more farm, although Black's now high enough level to simply push away himself, not opting for the replica because he has no need for it, when he'll just be staying in one lane and owning the Lone Druid.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So yeah, Bleak, he's got his mana boots up, which is decent, 9 minutes for Sand King. Dubious by Bamboo. This will mean that Bleak can now see the direct gang path instead of going through the trees here, or rather, how I draw through there. But yeah, level 2 Sandstorm won't do much. Might go a few creeps. A few Burrow Strikes, good. So yeah, I'm expecting this tower to be pushed down. Even a Sand King with a couple of levels, well, one level, of course, the finale can't defend this. And as we see Snoopy and Goat roaming around to perhaps deal with the Bruno again, Bamboo, Sing Sing, and 1437 will perhaps run into them. If they run into the Broodmother, he'll have a very easy kill, but no. Okay, they're heading down to the river. Sand King following up some brooding. 1437 gets caught out, Cold Snap. Thunderstrike, of course, synergizing very well with Cold Snap with the DOT, pseudo DOT, and as we see, Black gets a kill top, the agility gain, the sort of passive gain from Morph, helping a lot there. Strength treads one way up, 1400 gold in the bank. It'll be interesting to see what he goes next. He's saving up a little bit, and he hasn't bought any Ring of Hell for the Mana Stone, Void Stone thing, though that suggests he might be going Ethereal. We'll have to see in a couple of minutes. Of course, doing 74 in 11 minutes, that's very impressive farm, almost 7 a minute, and he is well on track to heavily destroy this Lone Druid. He was only 6 for 1. Bear in mind there's only 1 deny as well, so normally when you see, as you see mid lane, Kuroki called out again, this time I think it'll be impossible for him to escape, and it was, as we see. Sing Sing quite aggressively draws Musica back in, but I don't know what they were trying to do there. I think a little miscommunication, but yes, Kuroki called out. I'm very surprised Mouz don't have more wards up. As we see Sand King killing a Broodmother, unsurprising for a game from Godot, pushing down the tier 1 tower in the process. Actually, I may have been pushed down a while ago, forgive me. Both of these are Absolute Legends wards, so really Mouz have no vision at all, apart from some webs. Very surprising. This is the only reason Kuroki was getting ganked off. But what can you perhaps say, they don't even need wards this game, which is very interesting. It's always good to see a team who's sort of slightly behind. I say behind, I mean they're leading the kill chart. Perhaps a testament to their wards and their ganking playstyle. But with Black with so many last hits, I would say that Absolute Legends behind at this point. So it's good to see him warding still, keeping up the power. This one probably placed just before the 12-minute mark, keeping the 6-minute crossover time warded. Shatan going to the jungle here, pretty decent choice considering he's going to get nothing done top. As we see that, Musica and Superman catch up Black with a lovely static storm on Blue's called, yes. What can I say, he probably felt very comfortable in that safe lane, but then a couple of TPs and it's all over. 4-star using the initiation. Disruptor going a mecha, I assume. Considering like there's some magic damage obviously, but not as much as them. So I consider mecha. Sand King got his blink dagger, very very key. As we see mid go down to a couple of Vino wards, etc. Smoke being popped. Kuroki being caught in that. Don't know whether he wants to go with him though. And it looks like they're going to push down the tier 1 tower. Shatan perhaps going to get caught out around here.
Dire's top tower is under
Godot
attack.
seemingly sort of
Radiant's middle
helping it.
tower is
Croaky
under
shackled,
attack.
nice, lovely. Okay, well, shit on play. Okay, Sanking, nice.
Dire's top
Not really
tower
nice actually, they say that. There's 3v2, I'm not sure how much I can do. Bamboo keeping out, good choice. As we see Windrunner getting a double kill. Enchantress managed to pick up Rubik in the back lines. And Snoopy managed to get a glimpse. Croaky back, well played.
Nice.
Glimpse showing how OP it is. That's only a level 2 and managed to put it all the way back. So yeah, I think perhaps a little ballsy. You know, they could have just focused. They could have just picked off the Lone and just ran off and gone for the tower, perhaps. As you see, Black is still farming up, going for the shotgun build. Intelligence for maximum waveform economy, let's say, and he'll pick up this tower quite easily. 98-31. He's steamrolling out of control, despite the kills saying differently, and in fact the towers. Well, the towers are equal at the moment, but having this tower down is quite key. But so is it having the mid tower, and so yeah, Lone Druid forced to go Tranquil Boots. Little awkward for him. Caesar's behind though. He has 357 gold. He is gonna. I doubt he can go in effective Radiance now. People say Radiance is useful at any time of the game, just for a farm or for a sort of slight pushing advantage, but really he might have to focus on just tanking up, giving the bear some attack speed, 5% or so, and then hoping it entangles stuff, because this is really risky. Black stuck in some trees. Good for him. No replicate. Not choosing to waveform out. I'm not sure what he's trying to do. He can't shotgun anything. I reckon he could harass Godot back a bit though. As you see. Oh. That was without the adaptive strike, so, you know, perhaps if he bladed it on, it could have hurt him a little bit. But he saw the heal, Wisp being OP early in the game. Big team fight bottom. Bleed gets destroyed by Brood Mother. Shackle on the bear misses. Kuroki's going to perhaps TP out. 1 second for on TP though. Snoopy drops his spell. Oh wow, Wind run out. And the bear, no entangle. Snoopy gets bow strike up. Sing Sing getting some kills around. Falling to some very low HP. Musica drops down, 4 staffs out, should be fine. Well played by Kuroki, even going back in some more perhaps. But yeah, Musica, is he gonna. No, okay. Ghost will call, I'm not sure what that's about. I was just stalking only. In fact, the cat's still toiling behind him, I'm not sure. Maybe he just assumed he'd die anyway. And of course, Tier 1 will go down. As we see Mouz and Gellert exchange some hits top. Gellert doing a lot of damage to that and piece damage. Pure damage, sorry. Gaining some creeps, still going to ward. This is a very, very heavy pushing, counter-pushing build. If we look at hero level, Invoker leading the chart, but despite this we have the 2 sort of semi-carries, hard carries, Morphling and Broodmother second in this, the gankers up sort of third, and then Syllabear way down. Basically, if this game goes longer than 35 minutes, I fully expect Mouz to just dominate completely. As it is though, that team fight bottom got Mouz a few kills. It's back up to 10-9, so it's a bit more equal now. But Absolute Legends still have a. If we look at the gold chart, yeah, okay, massive in favour of Radiant for a while. That's partly due to Sand King and the Enchantress jungle, but recently that team fight has brought it way down, slightly spiking up back now. It's only 1500 gold at 17 minutes in, which is. It's decent, but it's not a huge deal. Experience, surprisingly Radiant leading by quite a lot still. Slight dip there, but I don't think it's anything to worry about. The Radiant seems to be firing very well. But if they get more towers, if Mouz gets a significant goal advantage now, then it will be even more difficult for Shatan to farm. Presumably he'll drop some wards, perhaps here or whatever. And he will find his jungle completely in control of Mouz. Nice tower mid, good job. Nietzsche going for a kill, cold snap, EMP tornado, and Mal, 437 drops his ult. One of the most underrated ults in the game, by the way, the Benevent's ult. Sing Sing bow strike stolen, nice, into that. Kuroki doesn't even need shackle properly. But yeah, Venomant's ult, one of the most underrated ults in the game. Everybody knows it does 1600 AoE damage, doesn't kill unfortunately, but whatever. As you see, Black nicely dodging that. But I know we see people like Malkin and stuff wasting it. And you know, I would say it's the same as waiting something like a Sand King ult or a Black Hole even. It's really quite potent when used correctly at the beginning of a team fight, and I'm very surprised people act so lackadaisical when pressing the button. Or maybe it's just, I don't know, so disgusted with the hero they decide to just like go over. I'm not sure. It looks like a sort of circle of green jizz spilling out from his orifices. Okay, Godot picked up the drums. Man moves very standard. He's got a dust in case anybody tries any funny business. This will help his Silver a lot, especially the bear. It does help. Bears, I think. I'm not sure. But yeah, he's farming, so not even using his hero, just the bear. This is a very much an uphill battle for Shaitan at this point. I think his team should send an Enchantress or a Disruptor to babysit him a little bit, or perhaps just stand around, maybe ward a little bit here, and prevent these massive ganks coming in, as they will be. Mouz grouping up as 4 to deal with bottom lane. Black, of course, I don't even know if he's gone back to base yet. It looks like he has. Yes, the Ethereal flying into him now, so he has the shotgun. He is just chilling up on top lane, no replica, no need to do anything, go anywhere. I was talking about bottle build earlier, but clearly that's not on his mind at all. He is just going to go 1v3, perhaps a little aggressively. But no, he might end up TPing bot just to steal the tower. Last hit. In fact, he's not doing anything now. I'm not sure how he gets so much farm if he spends all his time wasting around just walking around trees and things. But Aquila turned off, so he wants to push a little back so we can get some safer farm. DD bot going to be picked up by Kuroki perhaps. Not living the ultimate at all. That's very standard, of course, but perhaps if you're pushing, it's not bad for pushing at all. And if you get something like a DD, it can be very effective. I believe it works with the ultimate correctly. Obviously the damage reduction, but still, it's like you're doing normal damage at normal attack speed. And his damage isn't exactly to be frowned upon with the phase boots and the little bits of intel growth. Snoopy, just sitting around for headrest, decided to finish the arcane boots, despite Sand King and Enchantress having already. As you see, Cricket being called out yet again. Similar combo, managed to force himself out of this. I wasn't even sure if that worked previously, but good job. Glimpsed back, cold snapped, his ring run's run out. Not really anything easy. He could have tried a small shackle, but it wouldn't have mattered if he got 2. As you see, bottom being taken down, Mouz, 1437, impetus damage, poison damage on the bear, that might go down. Shaitan takes a little bit of damage too. Bamboo sort of walking around. Do we have any section? We have a little bit, but they're not going to go for it. As I say that, Music going to still be walking. I think that was perhaps a mistake by Godot. Perhaps could have got a little kill on Bamboo there. We see Bleak keeping out. Top decides to drop a little last send off with his spiderlings. Spider spawn thing. What's it called? Spawn spiderlings. There we go. So yeah, Black roaming. I presume Manta style now. His farm is literally out of control. XP per minute. Just playing Invoco, still leading. So good for him. Current gold. Broodmother on top. Saving up for... I have no idea what... BKB? Useful against everything apart from the Entangle, but to be honest, with him such a low level, with Silver such a low level, I don't think Entangle really matters anymore. I think this magic damage is good enough. If we see net worth Morphling on top, gold per minute, Morphling, buyback, nobody cares. Okay. So yeah, Morphling cleanly leading by 40 last hits, very rare to see in a pro game, and clearly beating the Syllabear by... Syllabear's caught up a lot of course, but beating by 80 last hits. As we see Mouz going for Roshan, decent. Kuroki, Windrun to tank, very nice. No, that's always nice for Roshan, because of course isn't cancelled by Roshan hitting you. Black will pick this up and then go for even more aggressive things. He finally has a level of replicate, so he can do the old replicate back in base or whatever, and then go for a shotgun. If it fails, just go for the replicate. Yeah, okay, cool. Good job. It's not like they are already in a position to stop that, but perhaps they could have gone for it. Morphling smashes up Disruptor's face. Massive shotgun. Big MP tornado. Kuroki escapes yet again on very low life. 1437, spinning around. Morphling gets a double kill on Enchantress. I presume another waveform cover right hits. Still heavily morphed to agility. As we see a couple go down, Kuroki down. No. Black. Bleak is dead. Needs to go money option for Kuroki as he does. Black is going to chase further. I don't think he really should. Cinnabare realizing this is a lost cause, goes back to farm. Musica hobbling off the farm as well. Good job for Morphling there. He is now 4 for 1. The slight gank up here sort of disturbing his rhythm, but he is well on the way to doing very well, as opposed to Shatan 0 for 4 and 1 assist. So it's almost like a mirror image, or reversed image, or whatever. 1437 playing the classic Venomancer, feeding like Malk. Bamboo doing fine. Kuroki, a very aggressive playstyle of Kuroki, almost like Vigos. I'm going to say with a little more passive than Vigos, a little less keen to find the openings all the time, but perhaps a little more finesse. So he knows what he's doing, he knows how to play well, his timing will be perfect, and it's only those few rare occasions when sight or whatever prevented him from getting away safely. Okay, so Morphling, yeah, Yasha, Manstyle up, after Manstyle perhaps Scardy. I'm not sure if he even needs the Linkins, but it's probably get BKB at some point. Kuroki, 1500 gold in the bank. Do we have a mech yet? As I click on him, no. Might want to pick that up. Otherwise, Hex, not bad. Not necessarily even against the Cinnabare, but that's versus the Invoker, the big farm on their team. Venomancer quite aggressively walking up here as we see Morphling call out. Want to be able to go away? No mana for this. Replica there. He just wasted. Not sure if that matters though. As you see Bleak trap there. As you can see TB. Yes, he does, but it's on cooldown 15 seconds. Bruno managed to pick up from Lone Druid bottom. Can't really comment on that. You know, she's got the Orchid now. I guess that's what she was saving for. Perhaps might go BKB or MKB or something now. Bleak just chilling around with his TB. And it looks like Mal's going to push into a tier 2 tower on top as Broodmother split pushes bottom. This is what we always like to see. Often you see 4v5 Dota with a Broodmother, but also with a Morphling you can also play that. You can even split push 3 down mid, 1 and 1. But that, seeing as Black is so far, no matter good take team cover. As you see Sand ult almost wasted him as they doesn't really get anything at all. Bleak shackled up, Sinking low mana, Kuroki managed to pick it off with a power shot. Black, will he chase server? No, not at the moment. Musica yet again survives. I guess he's going to Hex. Maybe he needs a Aghanims, because if he got an Aghanims, it's a lot of gold investment, but if he got it, then he could drop a lot more spells, be a lot more effective than his teammates, because at the moment he's dropping maybe 2 or 3 spells. The team fights over so quickly because all his allies die so fast that he's not able to come to his full potential as an Invoker, and being so farmed, this is quite a disappointing. Second highest farm in the game, higher than Broodmother, which is very impressive considering he doesn't have any flash farming tools, and yes you can, unless you can. Like a tornado, I guess. Kuroki, nothing to say there. 2700 gold. Pat 7 for buyback, not sure if he even needs it. It's 16 for 16. But Shatan, has he got anything? Oh, good, Maelstrom. Nice build, very well adjusted. Was he the first to pick it up, or was it? I don't know. I've seen Sylar definitely do it. But one of the European teams, can't remember who. Maybe it was even an American team, CLG or something. I'm not sure. They picked up the Maelstrom Druid thing. Great. It gives a lot of attack speed, a lot of damage for a very reasonable cost. Very good pushing with the lightning. It's a very, very good alternative to the Radiance, and it has recently been established throughout the Chinese, European and American scene as a really good idea. Kuroki aggressively 4-stars in, gets Glimpse back, good job, but he still goes down to Bamboo on his Orchid. As we see Zanking managed to pick off Venomancer. Bleak with all the farm, hasn't progressed that much since he got his Blink Dagger. Seems to be going for BKB, I'm going to say. Sing steals MP, so whatever, doesn't really matter. So yeah, Bleak going for the BKB, not an Aghanim, seeing as you go for Veil anyway because of the high magic damage in your team, you might as well amplify, and Veil does a little more damage than Aghanims and is a bit cheaper, so it's better overall. Bamboo got a couple of Spiderlings, might even go on Shatan. Perhaps he might try and kill the bear first. Dropping Tornado to scare away. Tornado, one of the best anti-pushing spells in the game. Obviously EMP Tornado famous in Dota 1 for being amazing, but seriously in Dota 2 is sort of underrated in a way. A lot of pubs forget to EMP Tornado when they're getting their base push, and it's almost as good as an Illuminate in my opinion, because it just forces everybody back. You can't take team fights if you're in the team. It doesn't necessarily do so much damage, but burning the mana and just stalling the creep wave does a lot. So yeah, basically Mouz going in for what seems like a very game-breaking push. Bleak gets, Bamboo gets caught out. Very impressive play there. All 5. If they manage to kill Sing Sing, that'll be even better. Sing Sing managed to steal. Good try, nice try. Would have been impressive if he managed to survive that. But as we see, without his farm, he has no blink there, so wasn't able to do that. Going for perhaps just going for tanky items. That's a good job. Very good idea. If you can't get maneuverability in terms of just 2150 gold blink dagger, then you might as well go for tankiness just to survive the initial sort of barrage of magic and then to hopefully get some stuff done. Or perhaps just do your things and survive the end. Kuroki farming a little bit. He will be going for the Hex. Venomancer actually going for the Mecha. Black manages to easily shotgun down Disruptor. If we look at his farm, he has the Manta, 1300 gold, perhaps a Scarly now, but who knows. Almost fully morphed to agility now. Now he's fully morphed to agility. Just dropping a few wards. Venomancer wards, of course, only lasting like 40 seconds or whatever. How much it last? Yeah, 40 seconds. But a good alternative to the standard warders. Obviously, they cost nothing and only 20 mana. But give very similar sight. In fact, the same sight. It looks like generally. Invisbot. Let's see who picks that up. Clearly Mouz. Shaitan going for the pipe or hood now. Very good. You don't want to bother getting the Miona too early on the bear, seeing as firstly the bear can't cast the active, and well, you already have decent attack speed from the Maelstrom. Sorry, bless me. And if you have a Maelstrom, it clearly, well, if you have a Maelstrom at 30 minutes and nothing else, it suggests you're a little behind anyway, so you might as well tank up with a pipe. Magic damage, nah. Shotgun, I guess, is what he's fearing, but I don't know if that'll save him from the shotgun. Really, it might save him from the shotgun, of course, but Rubik and Kuroki will be able to clear up. So Black just sitting around for replicate. Pardon me. Planning to try and shotgun somebody down, but as 4, I would really doubt he'd be that ballsy to just go and take them. But as we know from the creep wave, there's 4 top. They all have TPs, of course, all TPing back, synchronized TP, and they will defend from the 4-man push from mid with Mouz. Black raise TP at any time, auto replicate at any time, which I fully expect to do now. Godot is dead. Yes, there we go. Sing Sing managing to fail steal. Shaitan gets picked off. No big deal there. Of course, it doesn't really matter what damage you have in the bear if you just kill the hero straight away in the bear. This is why people used to say that Aegis on Silver was a really bad choice, because when you respawn, you're not in true bear form, but of course it means a bear can attack for longer, and it's almost like those 5 seconds you're away, you're invulnerable, because your bear still didn't work whilst you're dead. There's a green, I think. Of course, then everything at Aegis. Big stuff from mid, easily gets shotgunned up, but doesn't die. Morphling manages to finish him off. Monster got godlike Morphling, as expected with all the farm he has. Triple kill. Kuroki managed to stay alive. Venomancer going down, but no surprises to Venomancer. Gem on the ground, but this looks like Rax and might even be GG. Sing Sing. He's got enough gold for whatever he wants. Black has 4.4k. As you see, Morgan bot Bamboo getting a few hits off, went for the BKB in the end. Godot gets destroyed. If we look at the items, never mind about the items, Bear's dying, uses managed to drop an EMP tornado which scares everybody back a little bit. Black quite low mana, quite low HP, can't really morph that much. If they manage to pick him up, but he's so much agility, he can just strike everybody down. If he gets a satanic now, whatever, it's GG. It's already GG, I presume though. If we look at the items quickly, what have they been going for? Enchanters have been trying to tank up. That's exactly the right idea. Magical resistance especially. Disruptor has had no farm, that's a big mistake. I believe they should have given him something. Sand King, no progression. Invoker, no progression. lone druid,
Radiant's top tower is under
no progression. They
attack.
haven't farmed at all, it seems, for the past 15 minutes, which is, of course, because they've been destroyed constantly by black. Chitan's going to get taken down, she's going to be taken down. Nice attempt on the static storm to try and slow him down. When black is ethereal, of course, it does a lot of damage to him, but still. GG well played is cool. Very well played by Mouz. Good drafts coming out from both teams, I'm going to say, although I think it was a big mistake of AL to leave that Syllabaire failing on top. Well played black. Of course, well played black, but good, well played, very much so, his other supports, yeah, and others, helping to provide the Morphling with that safe farm, and allowing the Broodwing to not get shut down too hard here, as we saw a few ganks coming in to even try and deal with the SK. Not all successful, but you know, they were there at least. Morphling avoiding the EMP, just a bit of fountain farming left. Everybody's almost left to swing for Invoker. So yeah, that was my first cast of the game. Bit of fun here with Sing the Bow Strike. It's always annoying when a Rubik steals Bow Strike, of course, when you can set it up with the telekinesis, you can get like 3 in a row. It's pretty cool. So yeah, die victory, unsurprising. Good draft, decent. It was actually reasonably close considering how much farm the Sand King got and how much farm the Invoker managed to get. But I'm afraid I just won't manage to do anything with it. Invoker going quite a heavy mobility build, but he wasn't able to drop all his stuns fast enough. The team fight's just way too fast. Windrunner, Rubik, and Morphling has so much burst damage. You have a Venomancer and Broodmother who are better at prolonged team fights, but still they were able to just burst any hero down. Perhaps bad positioning, you might say, from AL. Perhaps they should have roamed with 3 more. But you know, overall, just well played by Mouz. And yeah, we see Broodmother even picking up Manta for further mobility. That gives her about max movement speed under the webs. So yeah, goodbye. Feel free to leave feedback in the comments below. So as I said, my name is Dr. TJ Eckelberg. First cast as the game ends. And yeah, thanks for listening all the way through. Please leave feedback. I'm going to be really bad. This will be terrible, I'm sure, and it probably would have pained you a lot to listen through it, but thank you for doing this. I will try and improve drastically over the coming months as I try and cast different games, and maybe a few pub games might be easier to cast, or games I've played, even just pubs I've played from my history. And I will see if I can get any better, and see if I can, you know, not be so painful on the brain. Thanks for listening, and have a nice day.